Guess Don Cherry would be proud of that.
I would think so. Greg Ellis hands off on the reverse. Enos Jackson, number 29, comes to the near side. Flags are down. Wilcox drags him down from behind.
Greg Ellis returning that kick. Handing off to Enos Jackson.
I like this call.
Yeah, some trickery. Greg Ellis hands off to Enos Jackson, peels back around, and really did not fool the Ottawa cover team. They all stayed in their lanes and did a pretty good job reacting to the reverse.
First down, Edmonton.
Well, Mr. Braswell's been kind of on the quiet side tonight. Hasn't been any altercations. A lot of build-up here, and nothing's happened.
Yes, but there's a long way to go. 10:46 to play, third quarter. Edmonton leading 27-16. The Eskimos begin with their 15 with a first down. Reggie Taylor, and Taylor has room and speed as he's out to the 40-yard line, but there is a penalty marker down.
Reggie Taylor, the ball carrier.
26 yards for Taylor.
Flags are
nice
down
run.
on the play. Greg Stuman making the tackle for the Riders.
Offside, Ottawa number 51, declined. First down, Edmonton.
Well, when you look, sorry, John, when you look at Reggie Taylor's college career at the University of Cincinnati, 3 times his last 3 years, he rushed for over 1,000 yards, and boy, he's been able to carry that right on into the pro game. Last year should have been over 1,000 had he stayed healthy, but this year, no reason why he can't do it again.
On first down, Ham intended it from Masadi, and it was into the turf. Ron Lancaster's last game as a professional quarterback was right here at Commonwealth Stadium back in 1978.
Second and 10, Eskimos on their own 40.
He was injured that year and didn't even start that night, but got a great ovation when he was introduced and came into the game in the fourth quarter.
Boy, bitter rivalry in those years with Saskatchewan and Edmonton.
Second and 10, Eskimos. Ham escapes. He has the first down. Another penalty marker down as Ham crosses the 55.
Blake Marshall and Patrick Wayne were involved in a tug of war over on the sidelines. A flag was thrown, and I think Blake Marshall is going to be the recipient of that one.
Holding the indication from referee Ken Lazaruk. 27-16, the Eskimos leading the Roughriders. Great night for football at Commonwealth.
Beautiful.
You weren't saying that just before game time when the storm clouds were
holding. Edmonton number 22 after the first down made. First down, Edmonton.
Storm clouds all around this stadium.
I thought Dorothy was coming in from Kansas any second.
First and 10. Eskimos.
First and 10 Eskimos.
From the 41. Ham swings it to Taylor coming out of the backfield, and that was well read by the Ottawa Rough Rider defense. In particular, Mr. Hunter.
Brian Butter and Jeff.
Well, the matchup we're following tonight, Greg Stuman and Trevor Bowles. And so far tonight, I would think Trevor Bowles has been winning most of the occasions. We'll check in on them and see how they did. Greg didn't get a sniff. Good job by Trevor Bowles.
Tracy Ham, second and 6. He has a first down to Jim Sandusky. Sandusky not all that quick, but he is sneaky out there.
Well, I mentioned this last week. You know, he spent 2 seasons with the Seattle Seahawks, and although he didn't play a lot, he got to work with one of the great receivers of all time, Steve Largent, and Jim Sandusky felt that experience was invaluable to him, and you saw right there how he worked Lance Shields, turned him right around, worked back to the quarterback. You cannot run a hook any better than that.
First down, Edmonton. And this is David Williams on the receiving end of a Tracy Ham pass. Stopped by Jeff Braswell.
Braswell gave him a little extra twist at the end, and David Williams objected to that, but nice catch and run. Got a block downfield from Reggie Taylor, and once again, the Edmonton offense is completely in sync here in the third quarter.
8:34 remaining in the third. The Eskimos with a first down after a 21-yard gain by David Williams from the 31. Reggie Taylor,
the ball carrier for the Eskimos.
and he is inside the 25.
Brian
By
Bonner.
linebacker Brian Bonner.
2nd and 5.
5 yards to gain.
You know, periodically the Eskimos are going to their hurry-up offense, and they're in that right now. It's strictly a call from Tracy Ham. When he feels like they have the momentum and he can keep the defense off balance, it's his call to go to that style.
2nd and 5. Ham and the Eskimos. Sandusky can't bring it in.
Tracy Ham's pass attempt to Jim Sandusky is complete.
Good coverage that time by Lance Shields. Lance Shields
for the Riders.
on a Grey Cup team with the Ticats back in 1986.
Please come to the press box.
Greg Stuman's had a pretty tough night. Trevor Bowles has done a good job on him. Now he's to the wide side of the field, and 22 Greg Marshall, the fullback, does an excellent job keeping him from getting to the quarterback. Blake Marshall, I call him Greg.
Well, Greg used to play here.
Brother Greg.
Same school, too. Western.
Preceded younger brother Blake. Honest mistake.
Here's Ray McAreedy. From 32 yards away, Ham gets it down. McAreedy gets it up, and it's good. McAreedy had a bit of a tough week last week, 205, but he's on target here tonight, and the Eskimos lead 30-16. Live from Commonwealth Stadium in Edmonton, the Eskimos and the Ottawa Roughriders. Edmonton looking very lovely on this July evening. .17 to play, third quarter. The Eskimos in front, 30-16. Ottawa Roughriders with just one touchdown so far tonight on an interception return by Anthony Drawhorn. Good routines down there on the sidelines.
Yeah, they look good.
Well, there's Don Metz, our ace cameraman, high on top of Commonwealth Stadium. And there's the view he has, taking us right back to the kickoff. Great camera work, Metzy.
Who said welcome to over 100 big toppers attempting it up from Remax Realty at tonight's game.
Ready for the Eskimo kickoff. And Ray McAreedy.
Hosted by Bill Williams and Bruce Bowers.
Bouncing by Stephon Jones. Finds a little gap, but not much of a return. Roughriders have not had great field position.
Stephon Jones with a 6-yard return off that kick for the Riders.
They'll begin this drive on a 6-yard return back at the 20.
Well, I think the thing that Steve Goldman stressed so much yesterday was the fact that they just squandered too many offensive opportunities. And tonight, 3 times, they have been in what we call the red zone, inside the other team's 20. Now, they've had to settle for 3 field goals. Now, had they had 3 touchdowns, that would be an extra 12 points. It would be 30-28, and we'd be in a tight ball game. So those squandered opportunities really haunt the Ottawa Roughriders.
Here's Damon Allen on first down. Looks deep, and he looked too deep. Intending that for Jock Climby, number 81.
Jock Climby incomplete. Jim Rockford covering for the Eskimos on the play. 2nd and 10.
Damon Allen's $220,000 contract expires at the end of this season, so I'm sure as he plays each game, he is thinking about that his performance will dictate what kind of money will be available to him next year.
Far side.
Great catch.
Stephon Jones,
Wow.
number 89. One-handed it.
Yeah, that thing just stuck up in that right hand. And I watched him in the warm-up, and he was working on making some of these catches, and boy, it really pays off here as he goes to the outside. Watch the right hand. That ball just sticks in there. And that's a spectacular catch, and those are the kind of plays that when you're behind and struggling, well, you have to make, and he's the best receiver they have.
17 yards for Stephon Jones. First down for the Ottawa Roughriders at the 37. Allen swings it out. Sean Daniels, number 34, was the intended receiver.
I really like to see Damon Allen go to some three-man patterns where he clears out with a wide receiver, sends the slot back on a medium distance route, and then puts that back in the backfield. Now, if Edmonton wants to blitz a linebacker, you hit that back quickly, and you have some room to get him downfield.
This is 2nd and 10. Eddie Brown intended.
Damon Allen, receiver to Eddie Brown.
Edmonton's really having no problem covering the two-man patterns deep side of the field. If you sneak that third back out in the flat, I think Ottawa would find themselves having a little more success.
Right now it is 3rd down for the Rough Riders, trailing 30-16. Here's Terry Baker, back at his 22. Good kick for Baker. Henry Williams away from the first wave, but they have him well covered this time.
Gives Mo Williams with a 9-yard.
Rob Rodanovic leading the Ottawa tacklers.
Brett Lewis making the tackle for the Riders.
What was the first play of that? He didn't get out. Use hearing for, okay?
1st and 10 Eskimos with the ball.
Well, they're still speaking to each other.
Well, they may decide each other's fate, you know, like Steve Goldman brought him from Edmonton when he came, and their contracts both expire at the end of this season, so I'm sure that the fate of both of their careers kind of lie with each other.
You might be right. On 1st down, at the 40, Blake Marshall has 5.
Scott Flagel with the tackle for the Riders.
Didn't quite get up a full head of steam that time, but he got 5 yards and was tough to bring down.
Yeah, he's gotten off to a great start in 91 here. You got a score here before the half, okay?
Well, that's a simple game plan, isn't it? Score here before the half. 4:49.
I think we passed the half, though.
I think he's talking about the quarter anyway.
Yeah.
There's 4:49 to go, 3rd quarter. Ham escapes, has the 1st down on 2nd and 5.
Not surprising that Steve Goldman might get that wrong. I mean, coaches often in the heat of the battle, I mean, they don't, you ask them what day it was, and they wouldn't have a clue.
First and 10 Esks from their own 51-yard line.
Mark Mathis. First down, Edmonton from the 51. Ham with time, looks deep for Williams, and he went too far.
Tracy Ham's pass attempt to David Williams is complete. Charles Gordon on the
Charles
coverage.
Gordon was covering, and a slight sprinkle at Commonwealth.
2nd and 10.
Well, let's have a look at David Williams, and this is the pattern he likes to run best, just straight down the field, and not only use his height to shield off a receiver, but use his great speed to get away. But Lance Shields equal to the task. Good protection once again. Trevor Bowles having an outstanding night. Keeps his feet moving. Does not allow Greg Stuman to get around. That's a great night for Trevor Bowles.
And this is 2nd and 10 for the Eskimos from the 51. Ham to his right. Sandusky should have made the catch.
Tracy Ham with the pass attempt to Jim Sandusky at the sidelines. Pass incomplete.
But see, when you're a veteran, you know, you can get away with a few of those because you've got a track record. You've done something in the past that's pretty good. Poor Jordan Gardner dropped 2 and got the hook.
Sandusky's first catch of the night was for a touchdown.
Yeah, I like that. Trevor, you've got reason to smile tonight. You're having a great game.
3rd down. Here's Ray McAreedy. And the slight breeze is at McAreedy's back. Hang time again. This is Eddie Brown. Reversing, has a bit of a gap to the near side. His best return of the night, and Brown still going. McAreedy forced the fumble. Eskimos had the ball. Blake Marshall got back to knock the loose football out of bounds. Oh, tough luck. Ottawa.
Well, the Ottawa special teams worked really hard to spring a hole for Eddie Brown, and with his exceptional speed, gets to the outside. There's only one problem. At the end of all this, the ball is stripped loose, and number 35, Sean Millington, strips it loose, and Blake Marshall, with presence of mind to just knock it out of bounds. You don't have to have possession in our league. Knock it out of bounds, and you get possession.
That would have been a 48-yard return with an Ottawa first down at the Eskimo 35. Instead, the Eskimos have first down, and Reggie Taylor carries out across the 40. Mark it a 5-yard gain. With 2:55 on the clock, the Eskimos leading 30-16 here in the third quarter.
Well, a lot of funny things happening tonight. Plays that should have and could have and would have been had players been able to hang on to the football. It's going to get tougher. The rains are coming in.
2nd and 5. Stuman gets some pressure and got it away, but he was off target, intending that for Sandusky. No real chance for Sandusky.
No, Greg Stuman's had a frustrating night tonight. Hasn't been able to get close to the quarterback. That time he did, and by the time Sandusky was able to push off and get loose, Tracy Ham didn't have enough time to get it to him. Greg Stuman on the outside gets past Brian Walling, number 34, and gets in on Tracy Ham.
The Brawleys are out at Commonwealth. McAreedy is in. Standing at his 25.
Ooh, man.
Big kick. Brown once more. Now hang on to it this time, Eddie. He does, but the return is not quite as successful. Minute 57 to go. We're in the third.